Hello everyone, I'm James. This is Persia. Got a bit of war exhaustion. Gonna let that go down. The lesser nobles are demanding a promotion. Well, I'm trying to demote the greater nobles, so I'm gonna have to say no to you. But that's actually pretty good though. I'm gonna give the greater nobles a privilege, because I imagine they're going to demand one soon. So I'll get their loyalty up to 61%, demote them, that'll drop their loyalty back down to 51%. Don't want to give them that. Just go ahead and give them one of these two. Advisor cost, I don't really have advisors right now, so throw that to them, and then demote them. Let's go ahead and see where they demote to. And then I'll give the lesser nobles a privilege, not a privilege, a favor to get them back up to 47%. I think once this gets up to 150, I'll revoke a privilege from the burghers. There's one that Monopoly on Armaments decreases discipline by 2%. They got that somehow, and then my development level also dropped to 2, so I've been taking a lot of bad provinces, apparently. So that's not good. Which is also one of the reasons why I want to hold off on grabbing provinces for a little bit. Build roads, ports, buildings. Also, this trade, for some reason, it drops down to 11 ducats. So either some country's pulling 4 ducats out, or it's not going into the province, but it's happened multiple times, so I imagine it's like a glitch or something. Laristan, they demoted. That's 42 developments, so they're probably not going to demote in many other provinces, actually. Because I think it goes by total development. Faraji? 11 development, okay. And of course the lesser nobles are better than the greater nobles because of the privileges that they have, the effects of the privileges, and also the greater nobles have, if I can find a greater noble, they have a minimum autonomy change of plus 0.25, the lesser nobles have plus 0.05. So it's always good to try and get as many lesser nobles as possible, because that is a huge swing in autonomy. I think most of these rebels are because of the privilege that I denied. And of course, if you give a privilege to the estates, it will reset, or at least I believe it should reset the timer. So if they were like a month away from demanding a privilege, if you give them a privilege, it will reset that back down to 0. Which is why I think there's some people that like religiously swear by never giving privileges to the estates, but it's actually not that horrible of a thing to do, depending on what you give, to try and time that timer, and you also get the loyalty from them as well. Ah, shit. Okay, I want to conquer this province, Katenga. It's a 2 development province. I don't have religious CB against Bamani. Anyone below Bamani or anyone below, I don't have religious CBs against, so I'm trying to see if I can conquer this province from Sind, but they're allied to Yanpur, so Jaunpur has a standing army of 24,000, so even if they can't get over here, which is the best case scenario, they're still going to be in that war score for 24,000, which is fine, assuming I'm able to conquer all of Sin's provinces. That'll eventually go to 100%, but I think as the longer that time goes by, the more chance that they're going to get military access over here, and if I'm over here with 10,000 troops and Jaunpur pulls up with 40,000, I'm not going to win that. And then the other one is Gujarat, who's still a vassal under Delhi. Jaunpur is supporting independence, but it hasn't happened yet. I feel like I'm getting screwed by that. I feel like Delhi generally breaks out in the first 30 years of the game, but it hasn't happened. Which is really unfortunate for me. The Burghers did build a couple buildings. They built rural infrastructure in Basra. I hate this province. They built warehouse in Kashim, warehouse in Muscat. I think that's all they built. The lesser greater nobles built rural infrastructure in the Sunni province. The Sunni province where we had a disaster. The one that shall not be named. So, let's see. I might conquer a couple of states down here, like this one and this one. Maybe this one. Ahistorical, because the Sassanid Empire never held those, but I feel like for trade, I could grab those. Hey, more unrust. I know what unrust is. Massive unrust everywhere. It just never stops. This is like my Russia campaign. Although my Russia campaign was probably worse because that was back when the cultural unrest affected all of your unaccepted cultures. And I got those. There were some moments where I got those like every 3 years. I would just get those events. So it happens in random provinces, it used to. But then if you got it multiple times within like a decade, it would just start stacking everywhere. Well, it wouldn't stack, but it would pretty much show up in all of your provinces. So all of your unaccepted culture provinces would have plus 15 unrest for like 10 years. Oh, there we go again. Speaking of, I gotta stop talking about this apparently because it's happening. I'm willing it into existence. Here's the religion map mode. And then, speaking of Delhi, Sistan's also allied with Delhi, so that's why I want... Delhi dissolving is good for a couple reasons. I could conquer Sistan, although I don't really want to get Sistan's provinces until I have a road here and a port here. But still, they are allied with Delhi. Who are those guys? I don't think they were Sunni rebels. They just showed up and left. How rude. Protect trade over there. I feel like the problem is Multan and Gujarat are not allied with each other. They're both being supported by Jaunpur, but they're not allied with each other. So they're not going to get in the same war together. So I think they're kind of like playing chicken. Hardy Seaman. Alright, we went back to development level 3, so I just have to get rid of that that burger privilege. Let's go ahead and actually, I'll just roll the dice and do it now. Burgers only have 33% influence, so I've knocked them down 30%. The tribals increased to 12%. Lesser nobles increased. Greater nobles, I think, have actually decreased. The states increased. I think we were like 4% at one point, so we've actually increased to 18%. What is this privilege? It's a monopoly on armaments. Alright, 33%. Hopefully it's less chances to lose stability. 350%. Oh my god. That was absolutely horrible. That was the worst thing that could happen. I didn't do that poorly when I had 375% chances. Alright, let's go ahead and throw the lesser nobles like gifts so we get back to -1 immediately. We only need 60 to get back to 0. There's that drop. Must not be outgoing, because that's only 3 ducats, so it's the incoming. What is going on in Transoxiana? They're really not doing well over there. It's a lot of rebels. Courtesy of unrest. Those unrest events. Our actual heartland, this area, it's pretty good. It's just the outer reaches over here and down here. Yeah, some of these provinces over here, pretty far away, but really good with the unrest. I think it's good they're controlled by the tribals, and the tribals have 100% loyalty. So they're like bedrocks of stability. Even though these guys are controlled by the tribals, and they're not bedrocks. They're bedrocks of nothing. They're different religions, that's why. Alright, our money went back, so that was... yeah, that was local. It's actually... It's local. I don't know why it's doing that. Must be a glitch or something. Because this was 9 ducats local. And local shouldn't really be affected by anything. I mean, if there's like a plague or something that came by. Speaking of plagues, for some reason, there's been a plague going since 1403. So... plagues are broken in this campaign. There's been a 90-year-old plague. It's the Italian plague. There's only 4 plagues in this campaign, which should not be how that is. I go over to Italy. There's no plague over here. There's no plague anywhere. So that's broken. Ooh, my centralization's decreasing. Because of stability and corruption. Corruption's decreasing. Slowly. Going back down. I will take that money. And promise them extra loot. Alright, I'm gonna end this part here. I'm gonna try to deal with these rebels, because I don't want to, probably not gonna fight anybody with all these rebels coming. And then just try to get money. And build roads. So, thank you for watching, and goodbye.